It looks like you're on now.
And I'm streaming.
Just click it. That'll give you the. Yeah, well, just click somewhere in there.
Okay. Let me just check my audio. Check. Okay, good. Um, so we are now live on Facebook. The first time I did the live on Facebook, setting up all the assets and the software, things didn't go that well. But I knew it was going to be raw. I knew it was going to be rough. But I think it's important to show the good and the bad. Um, when we become the successful podcast 2, 3, 4 years down the road, and we're making millions of dollars with lavish guests and all this other nonsense, it's going to be good to look back and see where we started and where we came from. So that's why I thought it was important. Now, I did delete that off of Facebook because I wasn't happy with the stream quality. I've got to work on that. But I did keep the recording. I'll be uploading the recording to YouTube. And I'm also recording this one. Dr. Jewell has decided to join me. He has no idea what's going on or what's in store. We're just using this to check audio levels and make sure I've got all my buttons configured right. So that when we do for this for real, we make it look as polished as possible. And I thought it was important to kind of pull back the curtain and show behind the scenes, the making of. And so that's kind of what we're doing right now. So let me flip over real quick before I bring Dr. Jewell on. So this is my screen. This is all the busyness that is my screen. You can see down here in the preview window, there's Dr. Jewell. Wave, Ray, so people know that it's you. There's Ray, and he can hear me, so that's good. That means my microphone is going through to him. When we bring him on, I'm going to make sure that the microphone is still going through to him, but he doesn't hear himself, so he doesn't have a nasty echo, but we hear him fine. So I'm going to go ahead and load him up. Actually, before I do that, what I want to do is I'm going to create a side-by-side, so we can have a side-by-side on-screen conversation. So I'm going to add an input. I'm going to make it transparent. Actually, I'll make it a black background this time. I learned my lesson last time. And then once I've done that, I'm going to make it a multi-view. And it's going to be side by side. On the left side, we'll have Dr. Jewell. On the right side, we'll have me. And we'll set that up. I'll pop that over here, and we'll cut to that. And now what's live is the two of us. Let me check my audios. Ray is outputting audio. I am outputting audio. Ray, could you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, and I can hear you. Go ahead. Let me turn on the master. Make sure I hear you coming out of the master. Oh, say something now.
Something now.
Okay. So I'm getting feedback because the speaker is on the TV. So let me just show you real quick what I'm doing. I've got the workstation here that's got all the bells and whistles and gizmos, but I've got the big TV up here. This is actually what is being output. So I check the audio with that. I probably will wind up hooking up a set of speakers or a set of headphones to that, because when I check the audio that's going out the master, it's coming out of the television, which means that it's coming out of the television, going back into my microphone and making a feedback loop. So that's why I have the audio muted, and I only unmute it long enough to check it, and then I mute it right back. So it looks like everything is going good. I'm curious to see what the stream quality is going to be like. But what's interesting about this setup is this is all done on my end. This is nothing. All Dr. Jewell has done is call into me with Skype, which we do all the time, and everything else is being handled by my PC. My PC is taking his video, making it an input source. So all of that is being handled on my end, which makes it really easy for him because he doesn't have to worry about anything except just creating incredible content, which is what he's famous for.
Are you streaming on Financial Freedom Radio?
Yes.
So everybody's watching you as you set this whole thing up?
Yes.
That's pretty cool. Let them know the back end of it.
I thought it would be interesting for them to be able to see the behind the scenes, how things work. So when they see this polished, fantastic broadcast that you're going to be doing, they know that all the hard work that went into it.
Oh yeah, all the systems that are running in the back end and everything to bring this podcast to Facebook, YouTube, and all the other platforms we're going to be streaming to.
Yep. So I'm going to pop back to this real quick. I'm going to put you, Dr. Ray, down in the corner so you can kind of see what's going on. But what we've got is, you can see right here, my red button here shows I'm recording it locally. My stream button here shows that I am streaming it to Facebook. The quality was not that great before, but I'm going to play with that, see if I get up the bit rate and play with those settings. But you can see right here, I've got all of my bells and whistles set up. And what I've got is I've set this, here's our intro. And I have set this up so that when the intro is done, you can see here where it says on completion, we're going to fade and we're going to go to the preview window. So as soon as this video is done, it's going to cut out and it's going to cut to your video. So I'm going to go ahead and trigger that. Let me take you off of the preview window. And I need to make sure that when that happens, my audio is muted. So let me see if I can make this happen. Give me 1 second. I'm going to cut to this and see where it goes. From Philadelphia, the home of the Liberty Bell, Financial Freedom Radio starts now. Here's your host, Raymond Jewell.
Wasn't very loud.
It's not supposed to be loud. It sounds good on the. Actually, you know what? There might be a reason for that too. Hang on, let me check something. No, it's not going to be very loud to you. The goal is for you to just be able to hear it, so you know what's going on. Because I was watching. I'm going to do it again, but I'm going to watch the levels on the output and make sure that it looks good. So I'll check the audio because right now, let me show you. Let me cut to this real quick. If you look down here at my outputs, actually I'm a little hot. I got to come this down a little bit. If you look down here at my output, this is my master output. This is what's being recorded. So as long as these lines are going up into here, which they are, the audio quality that's going out is good. So I'm going to play the intro again, and I'm going to make sure that the levels are up into this area. So stand by for that. From Philadelphia, the home of the Liberty Bell, Financial Freedom Radio starts now. Here's your host, Raymond Jewell.
Okay, I can hear it.
Okay, and the levels were good. Okay, you can hear me. And the levels were good too. So that's good. And then when you're done, we'll do the outro, and it'll do something like this. Wealth, like the extremely rich people do. See, I told you it was going to be screwed up. I got to make sure that this is cued to start. So here we go. We'll do, and you're done. Thanks for listening. Please remember to subscribe to the podcast. If you want to learn how to create real sustainable wealth like the extremely rich people do, or maybe you just want to sustain the wealth you already have, you need to check out Dr. Ray's new book, Why the Rich Are Rich. Ray's been coaching clients for 35 years and has completely unlocked the secret strategies that rich people use day in and day out to grow and sustain their wealth, regardless of what's going on in the economy. His book is completely free, and you can get it by going to whythericharerich.com and entering your email address. Again, that's whythericharerich.com. Head over there now. Okay, that looked good to me, and then it did the fade to black at the end like it was supposed to. Could you hear it?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can hear it?
One thing, if people are streaming this, one of the things that I want to say, while they're able to, if they're watching us play around with us, is this podcast. I've been doing this podcast since 2007. and I was doing it on a different platform, but we're bringing it up to date, moving it into the 21st century, and creating a more sophisticated platform where I was doing it as a audio podcast. We're going to be doing a video podcast, touching on the same subjects and maybe even getting a little deeper into the weeds. But just to let everybody know that this has been around for quite a while, and
Yeah,
I said we're polishing it up.
Yeah, your strength is in wealth creation, wealth management, wealth generation. Your strength is not in tech, and that's why the two of us were a good fit, because tech is what I've done for 20 plus years. You've done wealth coaching for 30 years. I've done this for 20 years. So together, between the two of us, I think we can create some decent content for people. So that's what I needed to do there. Now, if you would indulge me, I'm going to work on setting up my Stream Deck so all my buttons work, so I don't have to keep clicking on things. Unfortunately for you, that means you basically just have to sit there and be talent, because I have to keep the window open. I have to keep the Skype session open, or else I'll lose you. So, okay. If you want to carry on a conversation, if you want to amuse yourself, but I'm going to be working on. So here's that's my little Stream Deck. That's what's going to be doing all of the sophisticated stuff. You can see right now I've got these two buttons here. I've got a key light up there. I've got a key light up there. When I hit these buttons, it turns those lights out. Okay. So that's the kind of stuff I want to do. So when I load up the software, all of these buttons are pre-configured to do different things within the software. So I'm going to have one where it mutes my mic, mutes your mic, runs the intro, things like that. So I got to get all that set up. But I need you on here for most of that. So if you could just indulge me.
I got no place to go. I just got back from seeing cats.
Oh, is that your event that you went to?
Yeah.
How was it? I heard it was terrible.
Oh, no. I thought it was very good. You can't. Reviewers really hurt my head because it got one Rotten Tomato. I don't understand. I would think 5 Rotten Tomatoes would be awful, but I guess 1 is good, 10, and 5 are good. But
well, the more Rotten Tomatoes, the better.
Yeah, well, I thought it was very good. The costumes were amazing. The songs, the music was just great. The actors and actresses were wonderful. I thought it was. If you wanted Rotten Tomatoes from me, I'd give you 5. But I've seen the play, the Broadway play, so that's that's me. So I don't listen to people that rate things. I don't pay any attention to that anymore.
Okay. Yeah, I just heard it wasn't all that great, so that was why I was not interested really in seeing it.
Yeah.
All right, now that's interesting. Check 1 2, check 1 2. Okay. I got to get used to, there's not as much lag, but I got to get used to the fact that what I'm doing and what I'm seeing on the screen up here is not in sync. I'm not sure if that's something that I can fix or not, but did you see what I ran at the bottom of this?
Mm-hmm.
The social media tags.
Yep.
They're still not quite right, because they're off-centered a little bit, but I just wanted to get something up there to show you the concept of what I was going to be working on. Well, it does until it goes. Number one, the Twitter thing is running off the side of the screen, and then when the icons go away, I'm going to make it so that the icons kind of go from the center and spread out, and then they go back to the center and they disappear.
Shrink your text up.
Yeah, I'll play with it. I mean, I'm not worried about that. I also thought about running it down the side, but I still have. Let's see. I still have. Obviously, this isn't right now because it's got my name, but I've got one of these. I'll make up one of these for you as well. I need to get working on my buttons. Then I need to make sure that the comment system. So Ray, why don't you do this? In another window, go open up your browser and go to the Financial Freedom Radio page, and you should see this video live streaming. And we're going to want to queue up comments. Don't put any comments in yet, but I want to make sure I can get comments from social media. So give me a few minutes to get some of these buttons set up. All right, so I need to be able to...
FinancialFreedomRadio.com?
No, just Financial Freedom Radio. It's Facebook.com/Financial Freedom Radio.
Oh, you want me on Facebook? Okay.
Yeah. So let me... all right. If anyone is watching and wants to see what I'm doing, I'll share my screen real quick. Cut to that. So what I've got to do to set up these buttons is I have to go into settings, and I have to go to shortcuts, and I need to create a new shortcut, and it's going to be this button, and that's going to be a audio. Let's see, I want to do an audio toggle. I'm not sure what the difference between auto. Let's see. Toggle audio. Okay, and the input is going to be me. Okay. So that looks right. All right, so, let me do edit. And I'm going to call this mute toggle Steve Mike. We'll call it Tog Steve Audio. Toggle Steve's audio. So now, can you hear me? You can't hear me. Ray, can you hear me? Oh, I can't hear you. Shoot. Hang on. Where's Ray? Hang on. Oh, because I'm... Okay, hang on. I know why. I got to do that. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, now I can hear you. All right, so then this button should... Oh, that's the wrong audio. Shoot. I keep forgetting that the audio from my webcam, I've got two separate inputs, one for my microphone and one for the webcam. The webcam should never be heard. This should be edit. This should be my microphone. Okay. So, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so that toggles me on and off. So let me go into my Stream Deck and label that button. Toggle. I'm going to have to find a new way to do this. Steve. Mike. Okay, so that toggles my mic on and off. Now let me do one for Ray's mic. So we're going to go to settings. We're going to go to shortcuts. We're going to add a shortcut. Find. Next button. This is going to be audio. And this is going to be Skype, Raymond Jewell. This is going to be Tog Ray audio. Hit OK. Then I'm going to go back into my Stream Deck. Ray. Mike.
Seems the picture's a little blurry these days when I'm looking at it right now. Wonder why. The screen,
probably because I'm streaming to Skype and to Facebook. Would be my guess.
Yeah, but that's what we're normally going to do. No, it was clearer before. Looks like it got a little down when I went on Facebook. Let me go off Facebook and see what happened.
All right, Ray, do your ABCs.
ABC.
Why'd you stop?
Still. How far do you want me to go?
I want you to go until I tell you to stop.
A, B, C, G,
Okay.
H, I, J, K, L, M,
All right.
N, O, P.
All right, I had to get it so I could toggle my mic on and your mic on. So now I can mute you. So now if you tick me off, I can just make you quiet. All right, so that is working. Now I need to get the intro queued up. So that's going to be the next button.
It still hadn't cleared up the screen.
Let me see what it looks like.
Skype is.
Let me see what it looks like on mine.
The sharpness has gone away. Is it Skype?
You're crystal clear to me. So your upload is fine. Let me see what's coming out on Facebook. You're crystal clear to me. No, it's looking fine to me. So it's local to you. All right, so I'm going to add this button. Oh, I got to do this. And this is going to do. Oh, what is this going to do?
No, it's not streaming anymore, is it?
Yeah, I'm still streaming.
Yeah, okay. Okay, got it. Now that's clear. Let's see if I move it over to.
All right, let me do a cut.
Oh, it's the.
I'm going to do a cut to the intro. Intro. Okay, let me label my button.
I don't think anybody's watching you.
It doesn't matter. I'm doing this for us. If someone wants to watch it, they can. Remember, there's only like 10 people on your group or your channel right now. All right, we're going to see if this triggers the intro. So let's see what happens when I hit this button. From Philadelphia, the home of the Liberty Bell, Financial Freedom Radio starts now. Here's your host, Raymond Jewell.
The audio went away. I couldn't hear it. It went away on me.
From Philadelphia, the home of the Liberty Bell, Financial Freedom Radio starts now. Here's your host, Raymond Jewell.
Welcome, everybody, and welcome to FinancialFreedomRadio.com.
All right, that's good. All right, so I've got the intro set. Um, let's do this. You're going to talk up the intro before we do it, right?
Yeah.
All right, so do a little ditty, and let me see if I can hit the intro at the right time. Today on Financial Freedom Radio.
All right. Okay.
Go.
Today on Financial Freedom Radio, we are going to launch the new Financial Freedom Radio. Stay tuned.
From Philadelphia, the home of the Liberty Bell, Financial Freedom Radio starts now. Here's your host, Raymond Jewell.
Everyone, and want to thank you all for coming and
Okay, stop.
tuning in, downloading. Just want to let you know, Casey Jones retired.
Stop.
We have a new.
You can't stop, can you? You're
engineer.
You're on the roll, aren't you? Okay. One thing, you're starting your talk too soon.
Okay.
You need to wait until you see yourself in the preview window.
Where's the preview window?
In your Skype window, where you see yourself now.
Yeah.
You need to wait until you see yourself before you start talking. All right, so let's try it one more time. Talk it up.
Financial Freedom Radio. The long-time broadcast has been re-engineered. Stay tuned.
From Philadelphia, the home of the Liberty Bell, Financial Freedom Radio starts now. Here's your host, Raymond Jewell.
Welcome back, everyone. Glad you could make it.
Perfect.
The new FinancialFreedomRadio.com show. And by the way, Casey Jones, our engineer, retired. We have a new one. Stevie, how are you?
Hi, Ray.
Is that all you got to say on your
That's all I got to say. All right, I do need to do something here. Hang on. So I need to do a trigger here that says when I transition in, I need the audio on from my microphone. Add that. When I transition, not transition, shoot. I need, not transition in, I need overlay in, edit. And then when I do overlay out, my audio is off. Okay, so let's try, and let me add a button. When you call for me, shortcuts, add a new one. Find this button. Press that. And the function is overlay input 1. And that's going to be HD Pro Cam 2. Okay, and that's going to be overlay me. Okay, so now I'm going to edit that button. We're going to call this overlay me. Okay, do that. And now, but that needs to be a toggle. Let's see. Perfect. Okay. You didn't hear that, did you?
No.
I'm going to do my ABCs, and as I go away, tell me if my audio goes away. A, B, C, D, K, L, M, N, O. Perfect.
Now you're back.
Okay. So I can unmute my mic. But whenever you call me, whenever I show up in the corner here, my audio will come in. So when you're carrying on a conversation with me, I'll pop my name in here, and then when you're done with me, I'll just
Okay.
and my mic goes away, and I still have a way to cue in the mic behind the scenes without having me on screen.
Okay.
But then if I do come on screen, the video should transition with it, and then if I go away, out, and then I can just bring it back in if we need to. Okay, so I've got all that set up. So I can mute my mic, I can mute your mic, I can do the intro. I got to set up a button for the outro. All right, so let me do that real quick. So here, I'll share my screen again so you're not bored staring at yourself. I'll go to settings. I'm going to do another shortcut. I'm going to do an add, find, and it'll be this button. Hit OK. And this is going to be a fade. The input is going to be the outro. And this will be FFR outro. Hit OK. Now, when the outro is done, on completion, we're going to do a fade to black. And then that's it. And we're going to fade to, well, it doesn't matter because we're going to do a fade to black. Okay, so now that button is set up. So now I'm cutting back to Ray. And let's see if it works. Thanks for listening. Please remember to subscribe to the podcast. If you want to learn how to create real sustainable wealth like the extremely rich people do, or maybe you just want to sustain the wealth you already have, you need to check out Dr. Ray's new book, Why the Rich Are Rich. Ray's been coaching clients for 35 years and has completely unlocked the secret strategies that rich people use day in and day out to grow and sustain their wealth regardless of what's going on in the economy. His book is completely free, and you can get it by going to whythericharerich.com and entering your email address. Again, that's whythericharerich.com. Head over there now. No audio. No. Black is still on, so I got to fix that. Okay. So the audio was still working after that. So when this runs, let's do on transition in, I'm going to kill audio off my microphone, kill my microphone. On transition in, I'm going to kill your audio. Okay. So now you can hear me, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay. So now I'm going to trigger. I got to label this button. Hang on. This is FFR outro. Okay. So now when I hit the outro, I want you to start talking, and I want to see if the levels. It should mute you completely. Let's see, and it's going to should mute me too. Where's your mic and that mic? Okay. And here we go. Thanks for listening. Please remember to subscribe to the podcast. If you want to learn how to create real sustainable wealth like the extremely rich people do, or maybe you just want to sustain the wealth you already have, you need to check out Dr. Ray's new book, Why the Rich Are Rich. Ray's been coaching clients for 35 years and has completely unlocked the secret strategies that rich people use day in and day out to grow and sustain their wealth regardless of what's going on in the economy. His book is completely free, and you can get it by going to whythericharerich.com and entering your email address. Again, that's whythericharerich.com. Head over there now.
you're supposed to say that.
Okay, perfect. So I couldn't hear you. You couldn't hear me. It was just the outro playing, and then that was it. That's when I stopped the stream. That's when I stopped the record. So I think, and let me save all of these presets. So everything is saved exactly the way I need it. What else do we need? Oh, I gotta fix this title so it says you, not me. What else do we need for our first episode?
That's it. I got my own notes. I'm working on them.
Okay.
My
show notes.
Pile of my pile of stuff.
Well, like we said before, if there's any kind of graphics or you know what, we need to do this side by side. If there's any kind of graphics that you need, let me know.
Why don't we stop streaming on Facebook?
Why? I think it's
like
important. I think this is important.
Peeking up the skirt.
No, that's what this is supposed to. You're not giving away any content. This is right. About this. So I've called this behind the scenes. This is a behind the scenes look at how a podcast gets created. This isn't about the content. That'll come when you actually do the show. But I want people to see all the stuff that goes into, all the buttons that have to get created for all the different things. You know, all the different gizmos and bells and whistles and all the production. Like, you have to understand something. What we're doing is revolutionary. Okay? It is very rare to see a video podcast with this kind of production quality where the talent is the one place and then the production staff is in another place. So I think it's important to show, you know, normally when they do this, everyone's in one place, they're all sitting around a table, they're all happy-go-lucky, everyone does that. We're doing something completely different that no one else has done before, and I want to make sure that that's documented because I think some people will find it interesting. Maybe not today, but when we get into episode 500, they're going to want to see the origin story, and I think it's important to share that.
Okay.
So,
I'm cool with that.
What I was saying was, if you have any now we're not going to get into specific content stuff. That'll wait for the show. But if there's any kind of support, so you can see, I'll show you this. You can see on my screen what I've got to work with. This I'm going to, let me rename this. I think I can rename it. Let me see. No. Here. General. This is going to be raise lower third. And I'll adjust the name. Why didn't it save? Oh, it went like that. Oops. That's something I gotta get used to. Oh, change. No, that's not what I want. I'm not sure why. Oh, there it is. Now it finally updated. So this is going to be the... I got to stop doing that. This is going to be the social media lower third. My point is you can see the things that I have to work with. So I've got a split screen of the two of us. I've got me, I've got you. I wonder if I can rearrange these. No. I've got me, I've got you, I've got the... Well, I can do this. This is cool. If I do this, I'm going to label you as me as a camera. I'm going to label you as a camera. So if I come over here, I can see just the two cameras. Videos, I got to fix that. This needs to be recalled all. If I can type. Lower thirds. This is going to be the two lower thirds, so let's fix that. That's going to be red. That's going to be red. So now I've got all my lower thirds grouped together. Graphics, we don't have any. Videos, we have two. We have the this one. Videos are yellow. Oops. So there's our intro and our outro. So I've got the cameras over here. I've got 2 cameras. I've got 2 videos. I've got 2 lower thirds and my microphone, and that's it. I have this weird thing too, which is the 2 of us side by side. But if you need any other assets, I thought about throwing in some sound effects. Oh, can't hear you. Hang on. Say again?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
You don't have a banner with my name on it for the bottom.
Well, that's what I'm going to change. I'm going to change this one. Let me fix it. Title
Why?
editor.
Can't you have more than one?
Yeah, I can, but I don't need my own. What do you want
Sure you
your
do.
Dr. Raymond Jewell? What do you want your description text to be?
Host Financial Freedom Radio.
Yeah, well, everyone knows that. I don't know that that's a good. We'll put that for now.
Economist.
Master economist.
No, don't put that down.
Okay. I'll just put host. For right now, I'll just put that. So if I come to you and I do this,
Right.
and that will stay up there until I click it away.
Okay.
So that's, I mean, that's really. Now, what's going to be interesting is I can't have this up and the social media one up at the same time. I can only do one or the other because they'll be over top of each other.
That's
See
all
that?
right. Yeah, you put that up when it first starts and every now and then. And then you put the social media up every now and then. And these social media, if they go there, that they can see us streaming.
No, they can't necessarily see us streaming, but that's where our point. Like when we go live, we're going to tweet that we're live.
Uh-huh.
When we are live, we're going to be live on Facebook. If we do one without a live, we won't be able. But the point is, those are going to be the social media points of contact for us.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
I'm having an issue with your hosting for financialfreedomradio.com. I'm trying to set up info at financialfreedomradio.com to forward to me and to you, but the forwarding's not working. I sent an email off to the your hosting provider, but I haven't heard anything back yet. So if you get an email from them, it's because I sent it.
I saw it, but you get copied on that anyway, right?
Oh, do I? Okay. I saw I got copied, but I wasn't sure if that was something you did or not.
No, you're in the system,
Okay.
so I don't copy you on that.
Okay. All right.
This is exciting, man. We're good to go.
I think we've gotten most of the kinks working. Now there's still going to be some kinks, obviously, the first time we do it.
Sure.
All right. You know what I don't have is I don't have a button to cut to you full screen. I need to do that real quick. Hang on. Settings. Let me set some of these up. Shortcuts. Add. And it's going to be this one. And this is going to be, we're going to do a cut to Ray, Ray full. So now if I hit this, we cut to you full screen.
Right.
Then we overlay me, and there I am. Then I can go.
I can't hear you.
Okay, now you can hear me.
Right.
Ray full. Okay, now we need We'll do a Steve full, but I don't think I will ever use that. So let me do this. Settings. Shortcuts. Add.
How many buttons you got on this thing?
Unlimited.
Oh.
And we'll do a cut. And we'll cut to, where am I? Right there. Okay. And I'll label this one Steve Full. Okay, so now if I do this, I'm full screen, go back to this, you're full screen. There's me in an overlay. Turn me off.
And then I guess you can hear me. I can't hear you.
Okay, I got to remember that. When I go off, I got to turn my audio back on. I want to make it so that you can be in the corner if I'm ever full screen. I'll rearrange the buttons so they make more sense. I'm just getting them together. Shortcuts. Add. Find. And this is going to be overlay, 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 input 1, and this is going to be Ray, overlay, Ray. Okay, do this, do that, overlay, Ray. Okay, so now I can go Stevie full screen, overlay Ray in the corner. I can switch to Ray full screen, overlay me in the corner.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Your mic never goes out.
Okay.
Hang on, let me check. Stevie full, overlay Ray. Talk. Oh no, you do go. Alright, so I need to fix that too. Hang on. Turn your mic back on. Let's see, triggers. On, overlay in. Audio on. Ray. Add. On, overlay out. Audio off. Ray. That means when I do Ray full screen, this is so cool. On overlay in, audio on, but it didn't save the other one. Okay. On overlay out, audio off, add, on transition in, audio on, Ray, on transition out, audio off, Ray. Okay. So let's see. Ray's full. Overlay me. Okay, hear you. Do you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. So now I'm going to turn my.
Can't hear you.
Okay, so Stevie
I
full.
can hear you now.
Yeah, well, I got to set up mine. Okay, so triggers on, transition in. I didn't set up mine. Audio on. Audio microphone add. On transition out. Audio off. Audio microphone add. Okay. So now, turn you off. Should not be able to hear you talk. Okay, can't hear you. So now I'm going to switch to
Can you hear me now?
yes, but you can't hear me until I hit that button. Now I'm going to come in. Now you can hear me.
All right.
Unless I hit the mic. Okay, so now I've got full control. The only thing I'm missing, let me just set this one last thing up and then we're done. Let me set up the side by side. Shortcuts, add, find that function, cut, input is going to be this guy, split screen, okay, add that button, split screen, so now I can go to that, and there's the two of us. I can go to you full. I can go to me full. I can go to with me overlay.
Can't hear you.
Why is that not working? Hang on. So when I go full, it's not working. Triggers. On transition in, audio on. I might have been going too fast. Let me try this. All right, talk.
I'm on full screen. I'm on full screen.
Okay, and now you can hear
Now
me.
you're in there.
Right.
Yep.
Okay, so now I want to turn me off.
Okay.
I'm going full screen and you can hear me, but I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, because I just put you in the overlay.
Oh. I don't hear you now. Do we wait till it catches up?
Hang on. All right, I got to figure out what's going on. So it's when I switch out of overlay ray.
No, it's when you went to the side by side.
Well, when I turn off your overlay, your audio is still on. Talk.
Talk 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, yeah. So your audio, when your overlay goes away, your. Oh, okay. I see my mistake. Do that. All right, so now I turn your overlay off. Your audio goes away. I switch to
Now I can't hear you.
correct. So I need to fix
I
that.
can hear you now.
Yep. So on transition in, I need audio on for my microphone. On transition in, I need audio on for Ray's microphone. On transition out, I need audio off for my microphone. And on transition out, I need audio off for your microphone. Oops. Out, off. Okay, in, I turn them both on. Off, I turn them both. Okay. So, both microphones should be on now. Do you hear yourself? Well, you
I
never
can
hear
hear
yourself.
you.
You hear me. Okay. So now I'm going to turn you on.
Can you hear me?
Yes, and I just turned my
can't
mic
hear
on.
you.
You can hear me now.
Okay. I can hear you now.
Overlay, and you can hear me.
All right.
And there I am, but I can't hear you. But I overlay you, and now I can hear you.
Now you can hear me.
Yep, and then split screen. Okay,
Can you hear me?
Yes. Yes, I can. I think I got it. The other thing I don't like is that... Hang on, I have an idea. I want to keep playing with this, if you got some time to indulge me. When this transitions in, I need to do overlay 1. Overlay input 1 off. Whatever was there. Let me see something. Hang on. I don't know if I can do that. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. Okay. I'm just going to leave it alone.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I hear Downton Abbey theme in the background.
That's my wife's TV.
Wow, is that loud?
It's because my door is open and I don't have sound dampening panels up yet.
What is she, is she streaming it?
No, I just have all the episodes downloaded for her. Okay, I think we've got it all worked out. Let me just go through it one more time. Mute my mic. Mute your mic. Can't hear you.
Okay.
Intro should go play and then go right to your camera. From Philadelphia, the home of the Liberty Bell, Financial Freedom Radio starts now. Here's your host, Raymond Jewell.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to FinancialFreedomRadio.com.
That's right, Bob.
Bob.
Okay, so now we're going to cue the outro. Thanks for listening. Please remember to subscribe to the podcast. If you want to learn how to create real sustainable wealth like the extremely rich people do, or maybe you just want to sustain the wealth you already have, you need to check out Dr. Ray's new book, Why the Rich Are Rich. Ray's been coaching clients for 35 years and has completely unlocked the secret strategies that rich people use day in and day out to grow and sustain their wealth regardless of what's going on in the economy. His book is completely free, and you can get it by going to whythericharerich.com and entering your email address. Again, that's whythericharerich.com. Head over there now. And now you should be
out.
back. And we're out. Okay. I think I got it all set up. I think let me do one last save to make sure all of these settings are saved. I think we're good. Now do you see why I want to buy this software?
What?
Now do you see why I want to buy the software, the stuff I can do with it?
Go side by side.
Oh. I said, now do you see why I want to buy this software?
Yeah. Stop streaming.
All right.
On Facebook.
Say goodbye, Ray.
Do I have to hang up to stop streaming?
No, you just have to say goodbye, Ray.
Goodbye, Ray.
And hang on, I'm going to stop the recording.